Good evening. Well, a great day up here in Western New York. Yeah, we got about 8 inches of snow and we're dealing with 20-degree weather. And of course, the lake is not working to our favor. Okay, my name is Ed Dinkuhn, and I am the Spring National Champion from Lima and the second place winner for Summer Nationals. I live in Brant, New York, and I race tough trucks, and my tough truck name is Mean Green.
Okay, sorry, I had to adjust my sound here for a second. I gotta check on the chat for a second. Do you guys hear me now better?
Is that
Yeah,
any?
my microphone wasn't on for them. Yep, they hear me now. But, I, so you went to Lima also, in Ohio. I know you, this was your first year for the Ram also at Bloomsburg, right?
Yes. Well, the first year for nationals for me.
Okay,
The summer.
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm
Oh, the
sorry.
four-wheel jamboree.
Yes, the four-wheel drive Lima. What is the Ohio O'Reilly Auto Parts Lucas Oil Series?
And, did you win Bloomsburg or also, or did you place in the top three or anything like that?
I ended up second place in Bloomsburg. I ended up um, destroying my transmission, which only left me with a couple gears and a locked up clutch pack.
Yeah, I think you also had two-wheel drive only, didn't you?
It was giving me some grief with the two wheel and four wheel because I tried to do a uh, how should we say a posi lock with a cable rather than pinning it. As far as the differential in the front axle with the sliding gear, so that probably cost me some time, and I'm going to go back to the pinned sliding gear on that Dana 44 for that Dodge.
Okay, gotcha. And your Dodge is pretty much like the one I'm building, but mine's gonna be for modified. But why don't you tell them a little bit about your truck and its specs, like the motor and the suspension and stuff like that?
Well, we concentrated on a stock line, but enhanced it with some better suspension components with running triple axles, excuse me, triple springs at each axle, and um, putting a softer rate spring in it so it could compress,
And
not, kick back.
yeah, plus you have a 5.9 360 V8 in that truck, right?
Yes, we run the 5.9 360 motor with a set of headers, and it's still the stock inspired fuel injection system with stock distributor and cam. There's been really pretty much stock motor that would come out right out of a street truck from 1989 with 180 miles on it.
Yeah. How do you like the motor so far?
The motor is actually for that year does self diagnostics, but the EFI system doesn't always, conspire with what we want to do from time to time because it is a factory system, and you will get,
Yeah.
check engine lights and stuff like that. But I am happy with the power plant. I would, like to see it to perform, consistent, because like you were talking about, when I lost, went from four-wheel drive to two-wheel drive, we lost consistency.
Yeah, wanted to ask you, what made you decide to go with the Dodge Ram? Did you just have the truck laying around or something?
Well, believe it or not, that truck came to me. It started out as a 98 long bed with a 318. And we ran that one season, actually 10 years ago. And then another truck came along. There was a Dodge. And I said, well, geez, the Dodge has got to be interchangeable. But we learned that a 360 short bed is different than a 318 long bed. And we conspired what we could do the best we could. But that truck was actually, my father was a Dodge guy.
Yeah.
So it fit.
And how long have you been racing it? Like, how long have you been racing tough trucks? Because I remember you were at Dunkirk, New York in 2016 when I rolled over with my Jeep.
Yes, I remember that race. And I've been racing since 2009, so I've got 10 years now.
Oh, okay.
And well, it took me 9 years to go to the nationals, which I shouldn't have waited, but it was just something that was never thought of. And then once we went there, and it's just been a great meeting of people.
How did you like the four-wheel jamboree national stuff?
The Lima show was great. Little bit heavy rain, but we survived. Bloomsburg was nice. Great weather from time to time, but then again, it just seems that those areas always get a lot of rain
Oh,
during
yeah.
race season. And well, where we're at, Western New York, you pretty much know 2 days before the rain comes. But over there, it just seemed like the rain came in within 8 hours
Yeah, pretty
and
much
then cleared up.
out of nowhere, right?
Yes, out of nowhere. But the facilities and the way it was presented and the way everything went was fantastic. It was a lot of fun going to events.
Uh, hold on.
Them going to them this year.
Hold on. I want to check with the chat real quick. They're saying everything froze. Everything seems to be running over okay over here, but I'm gonna check. If you guys can give me an update to see if it still froze, can you do that? In the chat, thanks. But we'll keep going until they give me a update, and we're at. How is your suspension with the Ram? Is it like stiff at all, or does it handle the bumps and jumps pretty good?
Well, that is, of course, front coil spring suspension and rear leaf spring suspension. And unless you remove that to make it for a modified, it's an okay setup, but it's limited on travel length and what kind of torture you can put to it. When I first started out, we started with single shocks, and of course we went to double shocks. And once we went to triple shocks, and we're running the nitrogen charged gas shocks. That's readily available for any street truck in a stock value, with no coil spring on the shock. We just have the stock Skyjacker soft. It Once we went to the triples, it did a lot better. It didn't do any double bouncing. It just performed the way we wanted it to for that level. You're taking your truck to the modified level.
Yeah.
Are you? What kind of suspension are you going to do with that?
I have king shocks for the rear and front. I'm gonna be running triple bypass kings in the rear end and still keep the leaf springs with them for now. But I also have coilovers for the front, and we might do a 4-link in front. I don't know if we're gonna do it right away, but in Harrisburg, not this weekend, but the next, I'm taking the modified build down to Harrisburg to do an exhibition pass, which is pretty much just a course demonstration, but it's not gonna have the kings on the front. It has them on the rear, but not the front yet. But
I see.
yeah,
Yeah, the suspension on these trucks is just so critical.
yeah,
You have to make it so that it can, not double bounce. Because I remember we had the bounce where the truck would hit the ground so hard and rebound and then come back to the ground.
Do you think most of that might have been because of the weight of the body? Because that is the heaviest body I have ever seen on a pickup truck or anything.
Well, that is really a critical factor. You talk about the weight of that cab.
Yeah,
Um, I, I have several other racers that and we race with, and we all talk together because it's a great bunch of guys. And the one guy said, he goes, "There's not a Dodge out there that's out there winning. Um, you got to feel, you know, special." And I said, "Yeah, I really like that because the Dodge is winning. The weight of the truck, yeah, it's a heavy, how should we say, not so easy to deal with body.
yeah,
The power to horsepower weight ratio is tough.
yeah,
Um, we all know that the power to horsepower ratio is a very crucial. And when you're running a heavyweight with a low horsepower, you better hope for traction.
yeah. But
Right.
did you
I
see
mean,
my build yet? Because we took the body completely off of that thing. There's
I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen the recent pictures.
Yeah, there's a little
Um,
bit of the floor of the cab, but that's about it. It has a full roll cage all around it. But
are you going to a fiberglass body then?
yeah, eventually. Well, maybe just sheet metal. We'll make something out of sheet metal, something decent. But you were talking about uh the Ram winning every once in a while. I know we had one heck of a fight to win at Tioga County. That was a good. That was 2 years ago in 2017, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, when you hit your Cherokee.
Yeah, I ended up
Yeah, you
popping
had a
a.
really,
Well, go ahead.
yeah, you had a really great first time.
Uh,
Um, and when the Jeep spit the spring, I was like, okay, now's my chance. I still couldn't get it to steer straight.
yeah,
Um, a tight figure 8 course, and well, I just feel that the Jeeps, unfortunately,
hello.
they are you there?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit, but we got you back.
Okay. The Jeeps just seem to steer more responsive compared to a 1500.
Yeah, when
You
you were
there?
running though, I thought you were gonna get me. You were doing real. You were going fast, really fast.
Well, you know as well as I do, Charles. We got to run fast,
Oh yeah,
and that day you were the man to catch.
yeah, but
You know that you were the man to catch, and well, you came away with a win, and well, I still got that second place trophy.
yep. And You make the trophies for Storm, don't you?
Yes, yes, I'm a trophy builder, and I have an engraving machine, and I do a engraving service. I make trophies, name tags, plaques. The business is called Eddie Energy LLC, and it was formerly known as Cardin Custom Engraving, named after my father, who was Carl Dinkuhn.
Cool.
And I just actually made some trophies for the um, Freezing for a Reason snowmobile antique ride in Cherry Creek for Cockane Ski Resort. Um, and I'm doing trophies those guys, but I love to make trophies, and well, it's one of them things that just makes me race faster.
Yeah. I got a question in the chat from Chris Wolf, and his question is about the Ram 1500. Are there any issues with the ball joints?
Every day.
Oh boy.
Every day. My races, the past two races in Dunkirk, in 17 and 18, I created a death wobble by pushing the truck a little bit too hard on their jumps, and I've got issues with that, and I've actually gone to a new ball joint from Napa, and I don't have the packages here, but they're like a rig trail, and they're supposed to be, but I do.
Uh-oh. You there? There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, we're cutting in and out a little bit again, but you're still there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, you're going to run the Dana 44 front end in your truck.
I'm not sure what kind of axles I have. I know they're 5 lugs. That's all I know right now.
Right. You're going to want to, of course, Chris Wolf was talking about the ball joints. The axle, it needs a lot of stiffening.
Okay. Yeah.
To make it last.
I'll see.
Dana 44 front end.
I'll see if I can get it trusted then.
Major gusseting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. If I was smart, I would start my own. Just like everybody else is selling truss kits.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of stuff to truss those axles.
But do you have? Wow, we're cutting out in and out really bad. Try and keep going though. What?
How about that there?
Yeah, it's a little. You still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but
Let me try this. Okay, how about that?
Yep, that's a lot better. But
That's okay.
Have you ever
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Have you ever tried a tuner with the 360? Because some people have been giving me some advice to try some.
Yeah, I was researching that with the EFI for that Dodge model to try to tune it up and it up.
You still there? Hello? Ed, you there?
Yes, sir. I had a herd of beeps. And I'm gonna walk closer to my modem. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's a lot better. But Do you plan on making any changes this year to your truck from last year?
Well, by the end of the season, she was getting a little bit beat.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to do some more shock work and update that and get the motor to um, perform a little bit better because, like I say, it's a stock motor, but it had 180,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
So it's fuel injected through their factory system. And when that truck came through as a factory, truck, my thoughts were leave it all factory if you're going to run stock glass. And well, I'm just hoping to make the suspension a little bit softer. Maybe get a little bit of better neck brace
Yeah.
and run fast and hard.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all we can.
Definitely get a better neck brace because it can be beaten.
Oh yeah, it's tough on the body. I mean, I'm 56 years old,
Yeah.
and I just know that I mean I ride avid snowmobiles, and ATVs and side by sides and motorcycles, but not to a professional level where I race a truck. And you got to be somewhat conditioned so at least your neck can hold up
Yeah.
and your body. You know, it just makes it tough when you're hurting after a race so bad. Your neck hurts. So,
Yep.
but it's going to be a great season coming up here. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do, and I'm really excited to see you get your truck out and see what your Dodge can do.
Yeah, you're not gonna be
So,
able to recognize it.
no, well,
Nope.
I remember there was another guy that raced down in Dunkirk, named Mike DeWolf, and he took a Dodge and he put a yellow tin body on it, and he was actually in the Observer. I'm trying to think, it was the race week when you were there, or it was the year after.
It might have been the
But
year after because in the footage I have, which is 2016, you raced red Chevrolet.
right, I raced the red Chevy.
Yeah, but
I think it was that was. Oh, that was okay. Yep. And then he was probably 15, and he had Mike DeWolf had a Dodge that had sheet metal all around it, and it was painted yellow, and they called it was it Schroeder?
I have no
It was,
idea.
yeah, Snoopy's best buddy.
Okay.
No, was Snoopy's best buddy in the Peanuts cartoon. I'm getting off track here, but geez, that wasn't Schroeder. Schroeder played the piano. Do you remember the Peanuts cartoon?
No.
No.
No, I don't
Okay.
remember. But
It'll probably come off. Come to me after we get off the line.
okay. I have a question from RPM Nexus in the chat room, and he's asking, what is your most memorable moment since you've been racing?
The most memorable moment was probably winning the Spring National. There's been times when I rolled over that were memorable, but the Spring National was probably one of the greatest feelings, most memorable, where you're like, yeah, we got it, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, that was probably the most memorable. But I mean, the rollovers, nobody forgets the rollovers. And that truck only rolled once, but that ain't the first truck I rolled.
Yeah. When did you roll your Ram?
We were racing at Eagle Speedway right here in Brant, New York, which is now being tore down. And it was 2004, I believe, was the race. because we started racing. No, excuse me. It's been this 2010. I'm gonna say 2012. It was. Man,
Okay.
oh man, I can't remember the years. Maybe the rollover boggles my mind, but I'm gonna say 2012. The
And
truck went upside down.
oh, okay. And
That Dodge.
you won also. Didn't you win at Bath, New York? One of the last races at Storm in 2017.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, you
Yes.
looked
Yep.
like you had some fast runs there.
Yeah, the truck was running really good. It was everything was just right, and like I handed to my crew chief Russ Woods, who's helped me out immensely, and just made it so we can get that truck dialed in, so it's a very strong contender in the stock class. With a stock motor.
And how much of your truck do you have gutted out? It looks like you have a great amount. And I remember during Bloomsburg, you had your doors and bed gutted out, I believe. Do you also have the hood and front fenders gutted out also?
No, we saved the hood for integrity because, and I was thinking about that, lightening it up. I just didn't want to have that fold up on me, um, because it's in front of me. The fenders have been gutted, the doors have been gutted, so there's pretty much a lot of it is a shell. Um, Bloomsburg and actually in Lima for the Nationals, they wanted to see the truck look more stock, so we added a bed liner to it, um, to make it look more of a stock appearance.
Okay.
But the truck is actually gutted quite a bit for that class. Um, and well, you can only lighten up so much.
Yeah, especially with a Dodge body.
Right? It's like the heavyweight. The heavyweight's coming in. How much can you lighten it? And then you think you're gaining, tons, and then it's like it still weighs what? It just if I put it on a scale and it just doesn't you know to try to gut the hood. I just said no, let's just leave it the way it is. It's one of them things.
Yeah, I don't know if you can
But the
call it a.
Dodge,
I don't know if you can call it a heavyweight though. Maybe more like a sumo wrestler. But
I would say, yeah, it is in the sumo league. It's definitely one of the heavier trucks, because a lot of the guys, I mean, well, if you're running a Bronco, I think that Bronco's probably at least 500 pounds lighter, and you pull the cap off and you're losing another 280.
yeah.
So, 800 pounds goes a long way.
I have a question from Modern Day Tech, and his question is, what are the prizes for winning?
The prices
Yep.
in the national level on the stock class, that is usually based on the amount of trucks. And if they're like there was at Lima, I think we had 18 trucks.
Yeah.
It was $200, but now they don't up it for the stock class up to 250, and they've taken the modified class from 900 to 1,000, I believe.
Okay.
Have you seen the number change? They're talking about an increase on the payouts.
Yeah, I think I
Um,
remember hearing that.
right. But when it comes to the nationals, and not the purse, it's the recognition, the winning. I mean, they don't pay that much, but
Yeah, but it's
it's worth
worth
it.
it. Yep. Yep, it's
It's
definitely
worth it.
worth it.
To, for that recognition, that win. I mean, I've never been, uh, you know, thought of as a national guy, but I win a national spring national. That's why I'm going next year, and I hope with it, we'll do it.
Yep, and I have
That's
another question from Wicked Fabs in the chat. He's asking if adding a tailgate to the rear end would make the truck balance out a little better.
we talk about balance, and I've talked a lot. I have different things, and a number of years of more. Oh, you there?
Yeah, are you still near your modem?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Modem, yeah. We do but that truck, for some reason,
You there? Uh-oh. I hope we still have them. Oh, connection lost. Gotta redial. Hey, we lost ya.
I'm sorry. This is United States. Are you reaching?
Yeah.
Okay, I went back up, right up to I am like within 3 feet from my modem.
It happens to be also. So don't worry about it.
Not a problem. Okay, where did we leave off?
I think it was about the tailgate bouncing the truck out.
Right. That, I mean, for all the different years, I've always seen that truck. I can make it, land level. I don't use any counterweight. I actually run just the box sides and not a solid box. Now we got a bed liner in it, but there's no weight in a bed liner. And just hitting the jumps properly will create the truck to jump properly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's luck of the draw, but I just been running, motocross and ATVs and snowmobiles and all that stuff, and you hit the jump right, it should land right.
Yeah.
It's all on the throttle.
I remember during Bloomsburg, a Grand Cherokee almost hit you, didn't he?
Well, in Bloomsburg, it was on the Sunday. We had all that rain.
Yeah.
And it got close there, and I actually got if we're thinking about Sunday, but I know was it Saturday?
Yeah.
I went in the wrong lane. I crossed the lane on Saturday.
Oh.
Got real close to that Cherokee.
Yeah, I saw he lost his traction and went over the tabletop sideways.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that. I just did. I was going forward. I didn't see him on the side, and I knew I made it. Bloomsburg was tough. I'll tell you that. That's a tough track. I actually went out there Saturday night and walked it and thought it and walked it and thought it, and still. Then I found out my tranny was screwed up. So it was sort of left me miffed. But we're hoping to go back down to Bloomsburg with a positive note.
Yep.
And a strong tranny and the ability to go for a win.
Yep, and if I can't take my modified to that, I might take my Cherokee or a CJ7 down there to race with you guys in the stock class, but Look forward to racing with you guys again this year. Last year sucked a little bit, sitting out and just recording and not racing. But
Right. Well, I saw some of your video footage. Some fantastic footage. And
thanks.
yeah, Charles, I miss racing with you, and I would like to see you come out, and we can all get together and race some real nice races, and have a lot of fun, because that's what it's all about.
Yep. And
So,
would you by any chance to have any advice for what to do with my modified if there's anything I might not have thought of?
um, well, with your truck, all I can say is try to save as much, if you can race modified class, save as much weight as you can, and try to make the suspension as sound as possible.
Okay.
And like Chris Wolf was talking about, ball joints on that Dana 44, it's gonna need some beefing if you're gonna pound it.
Yeah. I don't know about saving weight though, because I mean that body on the truck is it's all gone except for the floorboard. So we didn't save that much weight. Well, we saved a lot of weight, unfortunately. Like we took a lot off.
Right
Pretty
now,
much.
are you running that Dodge EFI system?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yep.
mean, I don't know if there's any other, programs or any other, what do they call that? The ECMs
Yeah.
that can give you different curves to make that work more.
Oh, okay. For the
Um,
air fuel ratio.
right, right, right. Like I say, programmers or anything that's out there. I'm sure there is, but I mean, I remember spending some money on and it was inexpensive. It was like $8 for a transistor that went into the fuel or the air temperature
Okay.
that told it that they gave it a different ohms rating, which would increase fuel,
Oh,
which
okay.
did work. Did work. It did work, but you didn't notice it.
Uh,
Um, and at that time, unfortunately for the truck, I was having some electrical other issues. They gave me grief, so I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
yeah, but
You're
then
hoping to
again,
gain.
whoops, sorry, go ahead.
No, that exactly. Then again, go ahead.
But then again, it has all those wires in that truck. I mean, I never seen so many wires in a single truck.
Well, yeah, I agree with you there. If you look in the cab,
Yep.
I've moved everything inside. I moved my ECM inside the truck, and a lot of the wires. And it's like, what do you delete? What do you keep?
Yeah.
And there are, of course, electronic gurus out there that can say, yeah, delete this, cut this out, do this, do this. But I just, try to make the truck go.
Yep.
I'm not that guru. I'm a regular guy that wears, you know, jeans and a button down shirt because I want to work.
Yep. But all right. Thanks for dropping in tonight. I'm gonna let you go while I really appreciate you dropping by to do the live stream. But like I said,
Right, well, thank you, Charles.
I really look forward to racing with you guys again. I can't wait.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Charles. I've always a pleasure talking to you.
Yep, you
And
too.
well, it's going to be coming up to race season, so we're getting ready and hoping we're going to have a real great season. And let's bring the fans out and give them what they want.
Yep. Give them a show and take it home in pieces.
Nah, well, yeah, exactly. I'm all for giving them a show, but I hate when I have to take it home in pieces.
I do too, but sometimes it's worth it.
right?
Yep.
Right. Like I say, Dunkirk was tough on me, and you'll see my death wobble in Dunkirk.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later then.
Yep. See you on the track. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you again, Charles. Have a great night.
Yep. You too. See ya.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight, but thanks everyone who dropped in to watch the live stream. But hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and run over and crush that like button, and if you want to get the latest 4x4 videos as they come out, hit the subscribe button along with the bell so you get the notifications, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.